Good morning. Oh, you're going to give this a try today. Good for you. So we're going to wait for everybody to get logged into the class. And over there, weights, chair. Going to do some get-ups today. That's where you sit on the chair and get up. Morning, Marcia. Weights, tubing, chair, usual stuff, glass of water, thinking caps a little later. So we'll get warmed up and then we'll get started. So let me close that out and we'll get ourselves warmed up on this chilly, overcast day here in the Pacific Northwest. Step to your right, tap your left foot. Those of us on carpet, be a little careful. And take your time getting warmed up. So just roll your elbow back as you go from side to side. Stay nice and tall, belly in. That's mostly for me. Okay, push the arms forward and back. So instead of tapping your foot in, bring your foot out across. And just feel how things are working. If there's something cranky, like in your neck or your shoulders or your hips, be a little careful. Heels out in front, bend your elbows. So it's this. So we'll get a little balance work today as well, some good stretching. We'll try and check every box for you. Okay, take your arms overhead and down and up and hold your feet apart. Lean to the right, lean to the left. And your right hand comes down to brace, belly in. You're going to reach up or up and over. Now as I bend my knees, they go in direction of my toes. They're just happier that way. So see if you can get that elbow completely straight. Now we change, cross the body, reach across, pull the elbow back. This is a little bit of a twist. The next one will be reaching below your knee and up toward the ceiling. Knee, ceiling. So watch the space that you're working out in today. Somebody may have moved a piece of furniture and you're not used to it being there, so be a little careful. 2 more of these. Keep both hands, one on each leg down. Lift your toes up. And then hold the right heel up, right toe up, move your hip over. Lean until you feel this stretching. Careful you're not forward, lean back. Some of you might want to reach up. You want to feel here. As you come up, bend to your left, right. Left hand is supportive. Arm either reaches up. If there's nothing going on in your shoulder, reach a little wider and longer. So first of all, we want to have fun. Otherwise, why did we even turn this thing on? Go cross your body. And maybe we'll learn something new. Maybe we'll get a little sweaty. Maybe we'll challenge ourselves. Maybe we're feeling like we've got it all together. Reach below your knee. I don't have many of those days where I have it all together, but we're going to try this morning. So I'm trying to reach a little below the knee without bending over. You know this is a lateral lunge. 2 more. One hand each leg. Begin lifting your toes as you shift your hips from side to side. This time we end up with the hips over here. Maybe lift the toe up, lean back. See how all this is feeling. As you come up, march your feet in. A little swimming motion, if you would. You're going to leave the hands behind you. Grab the hands, lace the fingers, straighten the elbows, pull them up off your back. This helps our posture. Hands on your side, heels up and down. As you go up, go on the pads of each one of your toes. Can we stay up on the balls of our feet? Don't worry if you step out of it. That's part of practicing not falling down, like going like this, and then you go, oh, learning to recover. Okay, calf stretch. So I'm showing you both toes are forward, not back foot turned out. Down with the heel, up with the chest, nice calf stretch. Arms to the side, let's challenge the balance. So lean a little towards your bent knee, the front knee. Remember, we're a mirror image of one another. Now lean the other way. We're going to be doing something similar to this. Now stay here and turn toward the bent knee. Back center, your back heel is down, turn. Careful the front knee doesn't come with you. And switch legs. Hold the back heel down. Lean a little forward. Arms go up. Lean towards your bent knee, your front knee. Should feel a little precarious, and your core is kicking in here. Then try leaning the other way. Play. Now we do the turning toward the front leg. Watch that knee doesn't move around. More stable, yes, more stable. Now we're going to go the other way. Hold that knee steady. And return center. Step up. Hamstring stretch. Toe up, hips back, belly in, chest forward. You go as far forward as you feel you need to for the back of the leg to feel like it's getting a gentle pull. Shoulders relax. Roll yourself up, switch legs, hips back. So we're going to start with getting up out of the chair. I've already started, I was practicing. And roll up. I don't feel particularly skilled at this. So get to your chair. We'll move it back out in the center in a second. So some people can do this with the leg up in the air and stand up. I'm not there yet. So what I'm going to propose is one of two positions for your arms. Cross your chest or out in front. Heel is out. You can leave this heel lightly on the floor because it will stabilize you. We're not looking to fall out of the chair. So if your heel is down, see if I turn this way a little more. If my heel is down and my arms are here or here, and I shift and stand up, I can steady myself on this one leg. And then if you feel nervous about going down, put your hands there to be sure the chair is there. Because we don't want to fall out of the chair. If you can do it with the leg up, just go ahead. So we'll do about 8 on each leg. Hands where you need them, chin up, belly in. Let's do 8 of these. 7, 6, 5, 4, oops, that's me falling back. 3, 2, and we try and straighten this leg up. Stay down, switch your legs. Remember, you can put your hands here or out in front. Let's try the other side. Going up 8, Land softly. 7, this is a hard chair, I wouldn't want to plop into it. 6, 5, 4, need the chair, 3, make sure it's there, 2, here's my last one, stay up. And let's move our chair out of the way. How'd that go for you? I'm sure you did a little better than me. Okay, side to side, step touch. Now thinking caps on, after we got that little perk. So the Charleston kick, mirroring me, you're gonna step on the right, kick your left leg, step and touch back. If you didn't do the kick, it would be step knee, step touch. But here's the kick. And my kicks are not particularly high now. If I lean back more and forward more, I'll be involving my core more. And my arms are pumping instead of hanging down by my side. Good, let them help you. This is part 1. Now march in place. So that's part 2. You're still on the right foot. We're going to go back to the Charleston kick, step and kick. Now you notice I'm moving kind of on the diagonal. So I'm going to start making things count. I will do 7 step kicks, Charlestons, and only 4 marches. So I count 7 kicks, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I march 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Third part, step, kick, step, step. Now this is not what I'm going to ask for. I'm going to ask for a scissor. But you can do this and look at me and think at the same time. So instead of this leg just kicking out to the side, it's going to go behind me, squeezing my rump, leg goes back straight, and it looks like scissors, doesn't it? Well, that's why it's called the scissor. Make sure you're not stepping directly behind the other foot because the leg is straight. It clears your standing leg, or it should anyway. And this is part 3. I do a scissor, then I do a step, step. Helps me with my balance and get me ready for that concentrated glute squeeze. Now you can let the arms do that little breaststroke, or if your shoulders allow, you can do the sunburst arms. As for intensity, you can stay grounded as we're doing now. You can lift a heel with the intention to kind of move into a hop, or you may feel like you can do the hop. Stepping on one foot and hopping on it, then moving the other leg behind. That will raise your intensity. Now when we come to this one, we only do 3. When we're done with those 3, we're going to step on the left and lift the right knee. You'll see why. Count. 1, 2, last one. Step, lift your right knee up and touch back. Do you see what happened? We're kind of at the beginning, but we're on the left side. So Charleston, kick your right, left foot back. Make sure when that foot goes behind you, you're not stepping on it. Otherwise, it adds a count. Leaning back for a little more core work, and forward so you can extend that leg back. Now I'm putting a little more intensity and I feel my breath is changing a little. So start part one. Do you remember part two? It's only a march. So go ahead, march. Left, right, left, right. So we'll put part one and part two together. Step on your left, kick your right. So you can work at this, even though there's lots of repetition. Appreciate it now, because once I start trimming it down, you won't be doing all these reps. 2 more. And now march. When we get to the march, there's only 4 marches. The Charleston kick is done 7 times. Then we go to the scissor. Step on your left, kick your right, count 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Here's 4 marches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, kick. So this is my scissor, but if I didn't want to cross, I could do the same thing, kicking to the side. You should activate those glutes. Do you remember this one? I'm grounded. I'm a little more intense by raising my heel, intending to do a hop. If you can, do. If not, don't worry, just mark it till you learn it. And this is our part 3. So on the other side, I told you how many we do once this all gets put together. Do you remember how many? Think. There's only 3, then step knee. So count 1, 2, only 1 more. Step right knee up. And when we get to this knee, there's only 1. But right now, we'll just go back to the right side from the beginning to the Charleston kick. Step kick. So maybe your kick can be a little higher. Maybe your tap back a little further. So we know this one is supposed to be 7 followed by 4 marches. Go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ready to march, right foot march, step and scissor. Step and scissor, just do a bunch of them as we get the order of operation. Squeeze your bone, carry the leg around. Activate that posterior chain. Back knee is straight, not bent. So in the combo, only 3 times, so 3 more, followed by a step knee. Last one, step on your left, right knee up. So how many step knees? Eventually only 1. So here we are doing lots of repetition, giving us a chance to slide into it. To the Charleston kicks. Oh, I'm kicking a wee bit higher and reaching a little lower, because if I wanted more workout, that's what I would need to do. So do what you can. Count 7, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, marches 4, step left and scissor. Squeeze your bum. How many scissors? Only 3, followed by 1 step knee. And that's the transition to the other side. So count 3 more. 3, 2, step on your right, left knee up, Charleston kick, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. March 4, scissors, step scissor back, 3, 2, step, bring your knee up one time. Now the Charleston kick, 7, 6, 5, 4, workout, 3, 2, 1, 4 marches. Now the scissors, step scissor back, 3, 2, 1, step knee up, Charleston kick, 7, 5, 1 more, 4 marches, scissor, step knee up one time, Charleston kick, 7, 6, 5, 4. Here's your last one. Now march 4 to the scissors for 3, 2, 1, step knee, Charleston kick, 7. Last one, march 4, scissor, 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 step knee up 1, Charleston kick. Now you saw me turn on those 4 marches. That was just something I did for fun. You can do it or not have to do it. 3, 2, 1, march in place, or I marched around in 4. Then I went to my sunburst. 1 more. Step, knee, Charleston. So on those 4 marches, you can march or jog in place. 4, 5, or go in a circle. 6, last one, 7, march. Circle, circle, last one, knee up, Charleston kick. So if that turn bothers you, don't turn, just do march in place. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, scissor. 1 knee. Okay, from the top. Come on, let's go. 3. 2 more. Here's your last one. March in place or turn a circle and do the scissor. 1 more scissor. 1 step knee. Here's your Charleston kicks for 7. Kick in your right leg. 3 more. Last one. March or jog in place or around. Scissor. Scissor. Step knee up. Last time through, Charleston kicks. Now you got it. Work it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. March in a circle or in place. And the scissor. 3, 2. Come on, get up. 1 step knee. Here's your Charleston. 7, 6, 3, 2. March in place 4 or a circle. And a sunburst, because here comes the sun, y'all. Step knee, stay here. Step knee, step knee. Check in with your perception. Side to side step touch, like we started. Get lower. So when I get lower, I'm not rounding over. I'm just getting a little lower into my squat. My elbows stay bent. Be conscientious with your feet. So, some drills. I will say on your mark, get set, go. You do this move as fast as you can. On your mark, get set, go. Build stamina, be conscientious, stay low. Okay, back to single step touch, easy. This should feel easy by comparison. Now I'm gonna go slower and reach out. So the creek got wider when it was raining, and you're jumping across the bank, from bank to bank. Breathe. Again, I'll say on your mark, get set, and you do this move fast as you can. On your mark, get set, go. Hurry up. Back to easy step touch. Woo. Take a walk about and get a little water, a little sip of water. Just wet your whistle. Okay, one more to huff and puff. I didn't have my Fitbit on. It was totally dead. I had to charge it. It looks like I have something. I have a little suntan mark there. Okay, this one, grab one weight and put it as close to your screen, bending mindfully down. Set it on the floor. Get your other weight, light or heavy, and put it away from the screen as far as you have. So I have one there and one there. All I'm going to do is move them. I'm going to pick up one mindfully, is the whole thing. Put it over there, pick up that one, and move it up here. Just keep swapping them. You shouldn't have to think too much. Okay? Do it as quickly as you can, but the process is go, pick up a weight, move it back, set it down, pick up the other weight, move it forward, set it down. You can brace with one hand if you need a little support for your back, because it's picking things up that can pull on your low back. This doesn't seem very practical, does it? Couple more times, just move your weights forward and back. Hurry up. Okay, put your weights down. Go get the other one and put it down. Notice how you feel as you walk around. Okay, if you have tubing, if you have a circle band, you can either put the band, sit in your chair to put them on. If you had, and I think some of you may have these, open-ended, so you can put it below your knees and tie it. If you have a full circle, use the circle band. If you have tubing, like I'm showing, it can go around below your knees and around the back. There are my handlebars. Then I'm going to stick it under the front so that it doesn't slide up. And I hold here. So, stepping. Can you see what's happened? My tubing is crossed, so I don't have it fly off. I can pull out for a little more intensity, and I'm doing that side to side motion. if you felt like this was a bit much, get thee to your chair. Do the same thing here. It's around your legs. You don't step across, you just open and close. So either one is fine. I'm going to stay standing because it's a little more tricky. Watch your space. So we go out. If you're in the chair, you're going out and in. You're not going side to side. That knee and foot ought to go to the same direction. Sometimes the foot goes out first. Sometimes the knee pushes out first. So keep them parallel and stacked. Now, if you're in the chair, you're going to bring one leg out and in twice. Standing, take 2 steps to one side and 2 steps to the other side. If this is difficult, try moving the tubing or bands above your knees. Now, I ended up grabbing the green one, so it's a little loose for me, and I can take a bigger step. Your stride may be different than mine. Now we're going to do 4. If you're in the chair, right leg goes out and in 4 times. And if you're standing, you're moving in one direction 4 steps. So we're doing 4s. Woo! And go the other way. So I'm going to do 8. That means I'm going to have to turn. I'm going to run out of space. So you're going to see me turn. I'll still be in the screen. 5, 6, 7. If you're in the chair, one leg, now the other goes out 8 times. 3, 4. Feeling it yet? 5, 6, 7, 8. Go back to 4. If you're in the chair, here's what you're doing. And then if you're stepping, you're stepping. Now we're at 2s. Take 2 steps to your right. Those of you standing up. And 2 to your left. 1 more in 2s. Now we're at singles. How are your hips doing? Push those knees outward. Challenge yourself. Now stay seated or standing with your feet apart. And then push those knees open. Now your hands are busy, but if they weren't, I would say, feel your tush. This is almost like a clam move. I'm not supposed to do clams based on my anatomy. Push those knees outward with resistance. Whatever kind of band or tubing you have. And release. So carefully undo yourself. Let's grab heavy weights, the heaviest weights that you have, and we can use a chair for this one. Yay, look at the sun. Don't you just hear my weeds growing? The weeds, they just grow. Okay, speaking of weeds, this is a weeding move. We're doing it from seated. It's a little more protective for your back. If I didn't have the weights, I'm just going to let mine sit here a moment. I hinge forward, can put a pillow or squeeze my legs together. So it's my row, then I lift myself up, then I lean myself forward, and I come back. So I have some back work done. So I don't need you coming up with your arms extended. That's a bit much. So you always pick up something, bring it up to your body, and then stand yourself up. Okay, here are my weights. Squeeze. So hinge forward. Do your row. Come up, lean forward, and row. So let me show you from the side the 2 things that are going on. It's that lowering of the weight when you go forward that you have to be most careful of. Now I'm going to let you work at a pace that works for you. I would say if you had lighter weights, you could go faster. If you have heavy weights, which I asked for, you might want to keep a slower pace. Okay, once you feel like you've got it, feel like you can work it, be mechanical so you're not just swinging. Squeezing the upper backs, challenging our core, using that posterior change in the upper back. Couple more. Pause if you need to. Nothing should hurt. Here's my last one. I'm going to stay up, separate my feet. So this is the equivalent of a deadlift. Don't do those all that often. It is more for back and hamstrings. So the weights are in front. I'm going to kind of hold mine together collectively, and then I hinge forward. Then I squeeze my bum as I come up. So you see my knees are not bending and straightening. It truly is the torso. Here's what it looks like from the side. I am not rounding. See how my knees are not bending and straightening? Now the classic deadlift, again, my knees are not bending and straightening. And then I squeeze my bum when I come up without letting the hips go forward. Now, if you'd prefer the standing, more traditional deadlift, you could do that. It's weed pulling. It's weed pulling. All right, so be mindful. Stop if you need to. Here we go. If you keep your chin up and not look down, you're less apt to round. Squeeze your bum when you come up. Blowing helps. You see my elbows are straight. I'm not pulling with my arms. This is not that. Keep your arms hanging. That's the weight that you're pulling up. And this may not be easy for you, or it may be very easy, but assess your form. That's the important thing. Here's the standing for the last 4. My knees are not bending and straightening. They're staying the same. Bent or straight. And rest. Okay, over the head shoulder press. Let's offload the weights for a moment. Get down here, a little rest. Work up here. So when we press up, not up, but up, here versus here, palms can be forward, palms can be in. Whatever feels good for your shoulder and neck. Now what will happen is you'll get tired, and then these guys just stay up. So your mantra is to anchor your shoulders, and maybe when your hands and your weights come down, they lightly touch your shoulders. That's your physical cue to relax. Again, use a lighter, heavy weight or no weight at all, and you can do you. Now seated is much better for form, but you're welcome to stand. If you're going to stand, split squat. So you're here and you do this, because there's more chance to thrust your pelvis through your back out alignment. All right, so place your weights. Here we go. Let's do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more. I think my phone thought I was talking to her. She said, I'm talking to you. All right, second set of 12. I feel the sweat running down my back. Such a thrill. Set up, anchor those shoulders, let's go. 2 more, come on, last 2 are gonna be the fun ones. And you can set your weights off. We're gonna come up to the chair. You can do this on the floor, it's a plank. For those who say I don't do palms, where I load my shoulders over and do my plank this way, you can be on forearms. but don't rest on the chair seat. Forearms, anchor your shoulders. Hips are not up high, hips are not hanging down low. Chin is up. You can mumble to yourself. Pull your belly in. Do you know this song? We had it the other day. Thunder only happens when it's raining. And did we have a thunderstorm? Whew. Now, if you fatigue, you can stand up, or if you need to, bring a knee down. We pre-fatigued our shoulders on purpose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, carefully put yourself into the chair because blood pressure can be a thing, and relax those shoulders. So if you have a pillow, grab a pillow. If there isn't one nearby, you go get one. We're going to do the Suzanne Somers. The late Suzanne Somers, the Thigh Master. So this is my pillow. I just grabbed it off the couch. Mine will fold in half. If you use a bedroom pillow that's not too soft and squishy, you can use it. So what will happen is I will adduct. So I am squeezing, and if yours didn't fold, let's just say you had a different kind of pillow and it didn't fold, you could just squeeze it here. So it's just a little softer, and mine kind of acts like the Thigh Master. If you need to hold the pillow with your hands, do, but still sit up straight. If you don't need to hold on to your pillow, mine will stay between my legs just fine. I'm going to hold the back of the chair. And I squeeze not only my inner thighs, but also my abdominal wall. Transversus abdominis participates. Squeeze, squeeze. So if you think there are 4 areas of our lower body, the quads for the get up, the abductors, the outer hip where we stepped out to the side, the inner thigh, which we're here, and what's that 4th quadrant that we have yet to focus on but will? Think, think, think. It's not the front of my legs, it's not the inside, it's not the outside. Okay, I hear you, it's the backside, the hamstrings. Now there are just a smaller percentage of muscles on balance to the quads. But nonetheless, they're important, and you might have kicked them on a little bit during the deadlift. Now I'm going to make mine go a little faster, my little Suzanne Somers Thigh Master, squeeze a little more quickly. So this is not measurable. I don't know how much I'm squeezing, so we call it endurance training. We just do it a bunch of times, rather than counting repetitions. We usually will look for the F word, the fatigue word, to be our guide. I'm going to go faster than this. You know, if you had cymbals between my knees, I'd be like that little monkey, right? Ooh. Stay tall, squeeze your abs. Lend support, it should be feeling inside of your thigh. If not, do a little bit more. Count down 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, take your pillow out, stand behind your chair. We'll be standing up for the next one. Here's my inner thigh stretch. We did this at the beginning, remember? Not to lean forward, to lean back. Here. Go until you feel this. Some people, not everyone, might want to put their foot up. Do the same thing. elevating the leg. Should feel the inside of your leg, yes. Other side. Toes up, move the hip away, not to lean forward, lean back. Okay, time for those hamstrings. So you can stand at the back of the chair, option one. We do this one a lot, and I'll give you 3 options today. This one involves no weights. Leaning forward, not rounded, lift up your chest. Both knees will be a wee bit bent. Now you can be on a counter and the leg is back. You bring the heel to your bum. For this one, you have no external resistance, so you want full range of motion. Feel that you are squeezing something at the back of the knee. And then I may have you pulse it a few times. A little more challenging, showing you your options. Lowering your torso. Just a little bit more. And then doing this. Notice my knee doesn't go forward and back. It's just heel to your bum, heel to your bum. Now, if you were crazy and thought you might want to, nah, let's not do that. Just do 1 or 2. Chair seat, chair back. So get yourself nice, long, straight spine, knees bent, pick one of your legs, either one of your legs, and here we go. So all we have is gravity. Gravity. That means not only gravity for our hamstring, but how about down here in our belly? If you had a belly. Now do your pumps, just pump, pump your heel coming up to your bum. Chin up. Now do 2 pumps, then release to the floor. Pump, pump, release, pump, pump, release. Back to slow, heel up and toe down. 8, 7, 6, just so you know where we are. How's that standing leg? We're going to stretch the leg that you've been working. So if you had your right leg, stretch your right leg. If that was your left leg, stretch your left leg, hamstring. It's a really good time to stretch when it's all warm. Other leg, I'm going to go the other side of my chair, but you go where you need to go. So if you're at the back of the chair, other leg, let's do this. So I've looked ahead on the weather forecast, and it seems like we're at the end of our summer. Well, in my forecast, I see 60s ahead. I don't see 70s or 80s. I think Sunday is the last 80s. Sometimes we have nice Septembers in the Seattle area. Okay, hold that heel up and pump. So what do you think? Are we losing it, or is it going to come back? What they call Indian summer? Who knows, it's all a little squirrely now. Woo! Now I'll do the double pump and put my toe down. Here it goes. Pump, pump. Sometimes this can create a cramp feeling. Stretch it out if that happens. Now back to just up and down, almost there. How about that standing leg, huh? 8, 7, 6, 5. We're going to use tubing when we're done with this for upper body. 2 more. And the hamstring stretch. Oh, goodness. Toe out, hips back. So grab your tubing. We're going to work upper backs. You can stand. I'm going to go to my chair. Thinks you see me better. All right. I've got tubing with handles, so I hold the handles and the tubing. I know people still say, I can't figure that one out. So you can always just run this through your hand and grab there. My fingers like it better with a wider grip. So I'm sitting tall. My elbows are going to stay up, but not my shoulders. Elbows are up, but not my shoulders. If I were to stand, probably best to go to that split squat. The arms come forward of your chest. Elbows try and go back and touch. So I'm moving slowly. You may need to adjust. For more resistance, scoot your hand closer together. For less resistance, further apart. You're not even trying to pull the tubing. You're just trying to touch those elbows. That puts your tubing high in your chest. If you only had free weights and no tubing, do nothing in your hands, just do this motion and you'll get some good stuff. Now I'm going to hold the tubing and elbows back, back, back. Now I'm going to do 8 more, letting my arms going forward and back. So here's my 8, 7, 6, keep your elbows up, shoulders down. 4, 3, feeling the work. 2, and 1. Now that I've got you upright, sitting or standing, ab work. Should have been working our abs anyway. Hands can be here, if that's not comfortable, here. This is where the chest goes forward, the belly button pulls in. You do curve your back, but I'm not saying you should round all the way down, as that might be a bit much. So I'm just doing this from the side, pulling in my belly button. So that's part 1, this. Then I'm going to lift one leg and then the other leg. This is my seated version, not a piece of cake. If you wanted to stand, you could go, giving you a little extra on the balance. So either one that works for you. Careful those elbows aren't closing in. They will move forward, but it's the shoulders. Chest going in, belly going in. If the knees feel like, that's a bit much, just do the upper body. Now if you can, go opposite shoulder toward opposite leg. Not everyone can do this one, so you can stay with the forward or just do the arms without the legs. Sometimes this is all you need. And it's not big. It's the application of tightening and sucking in your gut. Last set, forward. It's pulling that belly in that's going to give that back support. If your back is feeling it, double check your abs. And rest. I'm going to rest out on my forearms. We're all going to want to be in the chair. Haven't done this one in a while. Usually do it when I'm cruising in the weight room. Okay, let me show you. What does she do in the weight room? She sits at the end of the chair, leans back, doesn't rest on the back of the chair, and then lifts my knees. One option is leave foot down as the other knee comes up, but I just move this way. What does that look like from the side, you may ask, or you may not ask. So I wasn't here, I leaned back, pulling my belly in, and this is what I was doing. Yeah. Now, what that works, transversus and your lumbar, QL. So that's a lot of load on the back. If you sit with your back to the back of the chair and you feel you need a little support from it, you can use it, just don't collapse. Do you see? So stay intense through both sides of your body, also known as the core. This is our last one. Okay, zip up your zipper. Now you could do this. That's fine. Or you could go right to this. Don't stop. It's not an easy move. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hip flexor stretch if you're in the chair. This way is one option. If you're out of the chair, this is the other option. Should feel really good right away. So you go here. So be stretching your hip flexor. See if I can find something a little more relaxed. Yeah, let's just do that. And then the other side. So if you're standing, this. If you're seated, this. Yeah, just that little pop at the end. Kind of like when you go out for a walk. If you can do the last part of your walk, just push it a little, and then you can walk slowly back to your car. All right, hip stretches, sit, no hands, place foot, thus or here. Grab hold, oh, feel my abs already. Lift up and move forward. Relax the neck, the shoulders. A couple of things can be felt in this hip stretch. Yes, the hip, but sometimes this moves around into your glutes, and for anybody who has a sciatic issue, this can be very useful. Check that your leg underneath, the foot hasn't moved inward. Sometimes that happens. Nothing should be painful, but we're sustaining this as we bring the chest forward, relaxing. Move your head around. Slowing our breath. Carefully coming up, offload, reload, reload, grab hold, sit up very tall. So it's that lifting tall before you hinge forward that will make the difference. So you're just leaning forward and breathing. And you could play around with this, you know, if you needed a little more. One thing to do is the foot that's on the floor, if the heel lifted up a little, that would give you a little more. And then maybe notice the difference or similarity. So maybe one side is a little more needy than the other side. Notice where the body is letting go. To our side stretch, sitting up, foot out, lean over. Can you do this standing? Absolutely. Full body stretch. Now I know some of you may be decorative, but let's be stiff and straight. If you chose the stand-up option, feet are the same, bend a knee, take the arm and go here. Yeah. This one's important because it helps put yourself back in good order. Drop the arm. Other side. Out, up, shift. So I think we did a good job bringing the sunshine out. Yay for us, huh? Careful not to block your face. Open up. Reach, reach, reach. Knee is not coming in. I know some of these things happen even if I cannot see you. And coming around. Step your feet together. Lay your body down on your thighs. Now, some of you who take blood pressure meds, be a little careful when you come up. Let the head drop. This is our spine stretch. Now start at your belly button and roll yourself up. So the last thing I see is your smiling face. Arms go up, arms come down. Yay! Thank you for making time for this workout today. We'll be doing Thursday and we'll just see how the weather progresses. So have a good rest of your day, whatever that may be.